conclusions about him. Okay. We look like two old asses.
Well, you do.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, you're like that. You got that high pitch like somebody.
Late Bloomer Podcast, episode 17. Who killed my dick? No, who killed marriage? Part 2. Live from Love Fest. Scooby Dooby Doo. So you're gonna learn that when I start doing this shit, I'm just gonna fly off the handle and say real crazy shit, dog. I don't know what's gonna happen when the record starts getting hit. I don't know what's about to happen, dog. I'm not responsible for what happens from here on out.
Yeah, dog. I haven't seen Fruity Loops in forever.
Yeah, I've been recording the whole podcast in Fruity Loops. For all y'all people that got excuses.
Oh, you started already.
I'm not re-recording yet or doing it just like setting up. So I started live because it takes a little time to get on. And I use that beginning footage and I'll speed it up. It's like an intro, and then when the actual show starts, that'll be like the show started. You know what I mean?
Man.
What?
I'm looking at this Fruity Loops and it's taking me back, man.
Yeah, this is actually version number 11. I actually upgraded and I did not like the new upgrades. I didn't like them. I did not like them, Sam.
It takes me back to when I was a rapper. Doing my own beats. Building my own beats and everything.
Hey, it's never too late, dog.
Man, it might not, but I just rather not do it.
I feel you. Can you hear yourself clear? Oh, you wear those. I'll use these little earbuds. I haven't invested in a second pair of headphones yet. That's how fucking cheap I am.
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, good.
We're good to go.
Let's see if Misha is still calling in. I guess not. That would have been good to have the female perspective. But I'm gonna go on Facebook real quick and share it, and then we'll get started.
All right.
I believe that right now, though, on Instagram, on the machine. Oh wait, no, we're not done. Scooby-Doo. Okay, we're gonna turn that off if you could.
That was some tapping.
Oh, that tapping is the metronome that starts off the session if you were recording a song.
Oh, okay.
Let's get funky. Duck banks in the morning. Wait, hold on. Okay, so this is going. Let me just double check to make sure that this works. Yeah, there's two things, but I gotta turn this up a little bit. Fuck. Okay. Can you do a mic check?
Fuck.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Thank you, sir. Mic check 1, 2.
It sounded like that video. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
The white guy that does the. He plays the piano and he basically does the keyboard and mixes his own beats, and all the volume just went from me.
Oh yeah, I closed off the mics.
Oh okay. Well, he did the song that came out with last year, and it was like, "Let me in, I'm trying to fuck." Let me in, I'm trying to fuck.
Nah, I gotta hear that. It sounds hilarious.
I'll send it to you, man.
All right. Okay, so.
That's a little bit faster than what it usually goes. No,
that's
about right.
The default tempo for Fruity Loops is 140, I think. Mm-hmm. Every time. I don't know why. It must be like a little code that the people who created the program did, like a little inside joke, something about 140. You know, it might be somebody's birthday, January 4th, 2000. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It could be something, but yeah, that's what it's always said on when you open up the program. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Thanks, Chris Taliaferro. Oh, you know what, Chris? Give me your phone number. I'm gonna call you in on the show. He's a comedian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's funny, man. Yo, Chris, give me your phone number. Inbox me your phone number. Hold on. I'm gonna share this live on my story, and I'm gonna also share this live on my group that I made for the podcast because it's some stupid strange algorithm that doesn't allow people to see your posts on your own page. I have 300 likes, I think, and I might get one person that saw the fucking like. So something's wrong with this algorithm. So I gotta do this type of shit. Alright. Play the beat. Play a beat. Trying to make it play a beat.
I thought we was about to start that brass monkey.
That funky monkey. Let me see if Misha is coming on the show or not. Chris Taliaferro, I need you to call on the show. Chris Taliaferro, I need Chingy on my show. Can you get Chingy on my show? Right there. He started his own meme. It's basically like Chingy died, and he keeps on doing a memorial service for Chingy. It's so fucking stupid.
Chingy.
Of all, he just picked a random guy. So every video that he makes, he sneaks in like a hidden little Chingy in there somewhere.
That's so funny. I really feel like everybody just gunning for Chingy too. Who was it? Who was Chingy originally with?
It was Luda. Luda put Chingy on.
No. He was with them dudes from St. Louis first. I can't remember.
St. Lunatics?
Was it the St. Lunatics?
I don't know, man.
Why can't I never remember people's names when it's important? The dude that was on the show with Kevin Hart, the rapper. Not Nick Cannon. No, Nick Cannon's not a real rapper.
Nick Cannon got bars, dog. He said, "I'm a gigolo, spending lots
That's
of
about the best thing he ever did, and I still feel like he lame. All I think is when I think of Nick Cannon is Nickelodeon, but I'm thinking about the other rapper, the one that got big, got swole. Air Force One's guy. What's that? Air Force One.
Big boy, it's Nelly.
Nelly, yeah. Chingy was with Nelly at first, but he felt like that whole thing wasn't working, so he ended up with what was it, DTP?
Yeah. Quit your job, Chris. Quit your job right now.
Right now.
He laughed. Quit your job. This is the future.
On everything.
Okay. He has a show called Stuff You Don't See Every Day. Things You Don't See Every Day. It's funny.
This is the right one, right? 678?
Yeah, the 470 number. Do you have any ladies that can call in or something?
For me?
Yeah.
No, they don't like me. I get straight to the point, get real serious with them,
right.
how I feel about stuff.
Right.
And because, I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah. I want to get my nigga Cap in the background.
Your nigga Cap?
Not my nigga Cap.
That's exactly what you said, my
nah,
nigga Cap.
My nigga Cap.
Oh. I was wondering what that looked like, man.
That's a new segment I'm gonna do. Hey, it's time for you to put on my nigga cap.
God, no, I thought it came with a noose or something, man.
Oh, hell no, bro. Can you see it?
Yeah.
There we go. He's in the frame now. We ain't late now. It's not the same now. This ain't the game now. We on the show now. It's about to go down. Smack it. Y'all still watching this bullshit. I'm not even starting the show yet. Okay. Let's see what we're doing today. Come on. It's like...
That's to Fair East Side on that one.
We're going straight to the Wild Wild West. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Spooks McGee with the Late Bloomer Podcast. I got my guest here today. I just want to call you Amir, Carlos. What do you want?
I prefer Amir with friends and family.
Okay. So this is the Late Bloomer Podcast, and I would like for you to, if you could, like, kind of get into the frame.
Oh, I didn't realize I was that.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of zoomed in a little bit because I wanted to get my gut out of the frame.
I can understand that reasoning, but if for some reason sitting down looks like you're taller than me. I don't appreciate this.
Oh shit! Hold up, we got Chris Taliaferro on the line. Is that who I think it is?
Maybe.
Oh shit! It's Chris. Yo, tell Chinny I said what's up. I'm his biggest fan. I know you plugged into Chinny.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart.
Oh Lord Jesus in heaven.
No, wait a second, hold on. I'm your biggest fan. Let me tell you why. Because there are a lot of black men on this planet, okay? But there's only one black man that I know that hosts the Late Bloomer Podcast and is as sexy and scrumptious.
He's right, though. He's right.
Oh, hell no, man.
I'm completely transparent, okay?
No.
Okay, look. No, yes, I need to be. I need to be transparent with you, okay? Just let me have this moment.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not into men. I just gotta tell you right now, like I appreciate the I just really appreciate it. But I mean, it's flattering, but I'm just not into men like that. So.
I am not a man. I identify as a 1957 Dodge Charger. what I identify with. Just let me speak my speech.
Okay.
Wait, is he a RT or just a?
Clearly, one of us has been blooming late.
Wait, which?
But if I have to carry this conversation, I will.
Well, what kind of a car are you?
Are you the Dodge Charger RT?
Are you the RT or are you the
Listen, I'm not the type of person that will repeat myself. I told you the year of the model.
Oh
It's
man.
a quality car by American.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right, so go ahead, speak your piece, brother.
Like on some real shit.
Hey, yo, real talk, yeah, real nigga shit, yeah, let's do it.
No,
Yeah.
real. Like, what I see is somebody who, like, okay, like, with your statements right now,
Yeah.
I took that disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, my bad,
like,
dog.
oh, God. And you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, dog.
Oh God.
On God, yeah.
Now, that you said you feel me, we cool, because
Yeah.
at the same time,
Yeah.
yeah, no, at the same time,
He wasn't feeling you in this game.
So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, on some real,
Yeah.
what you gotta do,
Yeah.
you gotta basically just kind of let people
Wow.
Yeah.
and just be completely honest with them. Keep an open heart, keep an open mind, and I truly think that is the meaning of life.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that went all the way.
Yeah, so we got Chris Taliaferro online. He came in 3 different characters, man. And you know what? His show is fire. You should check him out. Things You Don't See Every Day podcast on Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming platforms. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct, and I appreciate you tipping me. I'm literally at work right now.
So did you quit your job, like we said?
Listen, I couldn't pass this opportunity up. I saw the number, I called in. Big fan, long time.
First time, long time.
First time, long time. Me love you, long time. That Alabama Big Snake to Boku. I don't know how old your audience is, but like, shout out to Arlie Ermy.
Yeah, all the old niggas. Yeah, all the old niggas are fucking with your fucking references, dog. So.
All the old motherfuckers can fuck me. Shout out to Vincent D'Onofrio. Y'all motherfuckers that are old and know. Good movie. Stanley Kubrick, come on.
Okay.
Listen, I will literally get fired if I don't get off this line.
bro.
Bruce Leroy was not as tough as his younger brother, who was able to break them out of kidnapping ropes.
Man, I've been trying to tell everybody that forever, man.
I don't know.
Show enough.
That's the comparative dance out of ropes. I'm just saying. Y'all take care of everybody.
Yeah, so I'll put the link of his show on the in the description of the podcast, man. That dude is hilarious. Chris Taliaferro, man, he's the fucking future, dog. He's the future of black comedy. He's the future of black male comedy in America. He's open to trying new things and trying new different things. And a lot of cats out here, man. Have you ever been to a black comedy show? Oh my gosh, it's like they do the thing. You know what I mean?
What's the thing?
It's like, shit, y'all know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? bitch be talking about some shit. I be like, shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Man, you just stereotype all black comedians.
Not all black comedians. Let me tell you something. I'm talking about the lower level, like, on the grind, like, open mic type black comedians.
I got you.
It's all like that. There's a certain, like, there's no unique.
You just took me back to that old Chris Rock thing. Women be shopping, type.
Yeah,
So
bitches be shopping.
that's why I said.
They just can't stop you from shopping, huh? And all day it's just like, bing, bing, is them buying shit, huh? Bing, bing, they just keep buying shit, And I'm like, oh, big if I want to do my money, shit. Like that.
I don't even think that's how the joke went.
That's my version of it. It was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like, there's this funny bit. What's his name? Norm Macdonald. He's talking about how he went to a black comedy show, and the dude was like, shoot, you know how when you be fucking a girl and you you be wiping your dick off with your do-rag? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That sounds like Norm Macdonald too.
He's funny, dude.
He's funny.
He's just bland. Like, you have to be you have to like that kind of shit. Like,
you gotta.
He's like anti-comedy. He's like kind of like fuck the system, like doing shit in a way where it's just like
he's kind of anti-everything. I remember when Mike Tyson was about to knock the shit out of him.
Word.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Mike Tyson, he was trying to get Mike Tyson to say the N word.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson was like, "You sure?" Kind of two-pieced him a little bit.
Right,
you know what I mean? So
he's actually crazy. Like, he's the actual crazy person.
I
He's
agree
an actual
with that.
crazy
He's
person.
funny,
Yeah.
and he says things that's kind of borderline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I don't think he's. It's a lot of people that I feel like are racist, but I don't feel like he's racist.
Yeah,
I just feel like he's just testing the water. With
Yeah, he likes to play around with comedy. Yeah,
he goes too far.
Yeah, yeah. It's his own show. You should check it. It's pretty funny, man. It's like a couple clips you can watch on YouTube of it, like him and Adam Egot or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I haven't even started the show yet. Yo, Alex, if you want to call in, we can talk about the election. That would be dope, because we've been trying to talk about the debate in the election for a while. So Alex Medrano, he says, copy, I know copy. You copy, I know copy, you copy. Everybody copy.
That must have been one of y'all's inside jokes.
He said cap. He said I'm cap. Like, he always says I'm cap. Like, I be saying, like, yo, we wouldn't do
I see it now.
Yeah.
The glare is so... Can you see the glare on our glasses?
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna do the intro like as if we didn't do 15 minutes of podcast already.
Oh, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Spooks McGee with the Late Bloomer Podcast. He said I'm gonna be out for a while. Lame. Maybe this week, though. Okay, cool. Yeah, this middle of the week, we're going to do a show. Deadass. Okay, I'm doing the intro. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is...
You know you did it already. Then the guy called...
No, I was going to do the ad. Yeah, I was going to run the ad.
Okay, all right.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? This is Spooks McGee with the Late Bloomer Podcast. Just wanted to let you know this is episode number 17. My guest today is Amir Edmondson. What do you want to say?
Wow, you didn't have to put the last part on him. But since people can't pronounce it, I don't think they can spell it. So
Okay, yeah. My guest today is Amir. And, we're sponsored today by the very good, very local, very black coffee company called Typical Div Home Roasted Coffee. So if you really like coffee and you also like fresh roasted coffee, then you definitely want to fuck with them. If you really want to get that, you should go to typicaldiv.com. That's PICALDIV as in Victor.com. And, oh my gosh, if you use the promo code Bloomer, BLOOMER, you can get 10% on your purchase if you shop at typicaldiv.com. That's right. Use the promo code Bloomer and you can get your coffee at 10% off. Now, we no longer hold a sponsorship for Hempy Llama, but if you'd like, there's still a promo code going on with Hempy Llama. You can get 15% off on your hemp tea. If you go to their website and type Bloomer on checkout, you'll get 15% off on your purchase. And that is going to go until October 25th, so you better hurry up and get your coffee. Get your Hempy Llama tea from there. And the promo code for Div is going on forever. But Hempy Llama is HempyLlamaTEA.com. Now, see, when you say Hempy Llama tea, you think that it's just the letter T, but it's actually the word tea all the way. So it's a hemp tea, and you'll like it. Like I said, they're no longer sponsoring us, but the promo code is still going on until October 25th, so take advantage of that deal. Get that money. All right, peace.
And it's starting to get cool outside. So
yes, you can be nice and warm and relax and get some of that CBD and that THC in your bloodstream, and then make a hot ass beat. And then you rap some shit, and then you change the world, nigga, off of some tea, bro.
I just can't wait to see people just sitting out there on their porch, just holding their little cup like this.
Yeah, like that.
Cozy.
Yeah, like that. That shit's fire, bro.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee or tea like that. Yeah. But watching people drink it, it's like so warming on the
This
inside.
man said he likes watching people drink it. Good Lord.
I mean, it's almost like alcohol. I don't drink like that, but watching people have fun like that, just get. Oh.
You're too far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't want you to be hunched over. So
you were doing this. I'm like, I thought you was telling me to come over. I'm not coming there. In your ear.
No, I was just trying to do like a thing.
Yeah, you good, man.
I don't want you to be too hunched over like that. If you want to.
Okay.
If you want,
I'll apologize to the rest of the world for being too far away from that.
All right. So yeah, boom shakalaka. So yes, that's the intro. We got that out of the way.
Okay.
So today, way back in the beginning of the show, we did an episode about about marriage. It was just marriage in general. And it was at the time when they had dropped this documentary on Netflix called "Who Killed Malcolm X," and it was very good. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, that's very good.
Wow! And so apparently it was the shotgun guy. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! The shotgun guy had the shrapnel that went to his heart. That was eventually what caused his demise. Allegedly, they are saying that there's no. They're pretty sure it's the shotgun guy, but he lived a good life and died and the community respected him. It's just a wild story, man. But the thing that really, really caught me. Sorry, you had something to say?
I was going to say there's been a little, I'm trying to think of the word, but controversy.
Okay.
Behind that documentary. A lot of people are saying that, I'm not sure where the sources are, but there were sources saying that the documentary was basically his story of what happened. You know what I mean? It might not be completely true, but you can only take it. You could only take it and come to your own conclusions. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about the research guy?
Yeah. They say he really didn't do his due diligence on his research. So. I'm not really sure. But it was very compelling, and and it seemed like he.
I watched it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. I did too. It's something you have to watch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like me, he's a hero of yours, also Malcolm X.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. There's no. I often say this a lot. I said it recently on a post. There's no Malcolm X without Detroit Red. And that's why,
exactly, yeah.
And that's why I don't lean away from that ratchet shit that's in my spirit. Like I gotta get it out. I know that one day I'll be a strong leader, but I gotta get that out of my system first. I gotta be. You can't force somebody to be woke. You gotta let them be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them become that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't force your ideas on other people.
Yeah.
You have to let them come to their own conclusion.
Right.
And I mean, a lot of people try to force certain things on you, and
that's when you become rebellious.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But go ahead.
No, you good.
I was gonna say there were a couple of things that caught my attention from this documentary.
Yes.
First thing was the idea of obsession. People aren't obsessed with things anymore. They kind of just take whatever people give them. You got a Netflix series coming, everybody's going to take. But I'm talking about being obsessed with one thing. And this guy was obsessed with figuring out who Malcolm X was. And I thought that was interesting because there's not a lot of people nowadays who like find their lane and just go for it. You know what I'm saying? And he was about finding out who this nigga was. Like, oh, that was his life. He dedicated his life essentially to one idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
And probably lost a lot of friends.
Life.
Yeah, probably lost a lot of friends, a lot of family. A lot of people's like, wow, you and this Malcolm X shit. All you do all day, every day is talk about Malcolm X. Shut the fuck up about Malcolm X. You know what I mean? There was that. The other thing that caught my attention was the fact that the hall, the hall where they had the event, right? They right after old boy got shot. They took the damn podium, put it in the basement, and had a party that same night. Yep. That shit had me fucked up, dog.
Cleaned up and everything.
Cleaned up.
That makes no sense. You cannot conduct an investigation that quick.
Yeah, and put evidence in the basement.
Exactly. I mean, all those witnesses. A hall full of witnesses let go.
Right. And how many people? Like, it was like what, 6 shooters or something crazy like that? 5 or 6 shooters? How many?
4.
4 shooters. Not one. You didn't get one dude. And it was pretty much because of the cops and the authorities. I guess like disregard for black lives. It was pretty much like, oh, another nigga got caught. They finally got that nigga. They finally got that nigga who was talking all that shit. They finally got him. And see, what he got was coming to him. Oh well, good luck.
Yep, still to this day. And
they bombed his house, and like I can understand if you want to get Malcolm, okay, but bombing his house with his children and all that shit, bro, that's just uncalled for.
It's cowardly, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like Elijah Muhammad has something to do with the bombings?
I look at the whole thing and I'm like, it was pretty much the Wild Wild West. There were no rules. Yeah, they had the law. But niggas was wildin', dog. Like, they was, like, acting like fucking, like, the law didn't apply to them. And while, you know, Elijah Muhammad or, what's the other guy? Farrakhan or any of that.
Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah. They might not have said kill Malcolm. Because on main platforms, they were always saying, do not touch Malcolm. He is your brother, and he is the man who, like...
Is that what Elijah
That's
Muhammad
how Elijah Muhammad sounds. Please do not touch your brother Malcolm.
You sound like
he
Gandhi.
Is an essential person. That's how he sounded, right?
From the movie.
In the movie. Okay, so they were always in public saying, don't touch Malcolm. Malcolm is our brother. We do not put violence against our brother. But behind closed doors, they were saying all kinds of wild shit like,
the way it usually goes, especially with family. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, sometimes you gotta kill niggas to make them understand like that kind of shit. You know. So they might not have said kill Malcolm, but what they did was they incited this spiritual warfare, where you know Elijah was essentially a deity, and they had to protect their God.
Yeah.
And you can't talk shit about him and his little thotties that he had, or his little young girls that he was fucking with. You can't talk about that shit. And here's the thing: Malcolm was mad because he wasn't getting what he needed. The nation was fucking him over, and he was like, you know what? I know all the shit. I'm gonna spill all the tea, and he shouldn't have done that. He was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. Yes, it's fucked up, but he shouldn't have done that too, because there would be no Malcolm X on an international platform if it weren't for Elijah Muhammad. So that's kind of like, you know, kind of like what we were talking about, like how you give a woman everything and she just throws you in the garbage. It's kind of like that, like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's a point where you can't just disrespect the person, the hand that feeds you, sort of.
Oh yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yep. But it seems like he was trying to basically get what was, you know, due to him before going that route, to me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when sometimes you earn things in life, and I feel like, you know, unlike what we were talking about earlier, I feel like he earned, you know, more than what he was asking for.
Yeah, I mean, like the nation went from being like a little ragtag little group of guys, militia kind of guys, to being one of the biggest threats to the U.S. nation, where the government was literally watching these things like every day. Like they had like agents and, you know, all kinds of people all over the place. Like they had pages and pages of COINTELPRO intel and shit that they were watching, just watching these things. They were they were scared. They knew how to use weapons. They knew how to do hand-to-hand combat. They had people that were educated, that respected themselves, that took care of themselves, that ate good, that understood community. They didn't like any of that. They didn't want to see any of that happening.
It makes me wonder what the nation would be like if they was to kind of conform to Malcolm's ideas. You know, since he had like a little change of
I feel like Malcolm was about to start his own joint. Like it wasn't going to be the nation, but it would have been something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kind of like I felt like, you know, Biggie was in Bad Boy, but Biggie was about to start his own little empire. Like that kind of stuff. Like the dude that's like shining. Yeah. Eventually they learn like, I don't need to be under this dude. I need to be doing my own thing. Yep. You know? I feel like that's what Malcolm was heading towards, but then that whole shit happened. Like I don't know what Malcolm would have happened with Malcolm, but I definitely don't think he would have been part of the Nation of Islam. Because when he went to Mecca, he was like, "Oh, this is some bullshit, dog. All this shit they telling us about white people is bullshit. These are my brothers. Yes, these are my brothers. They're praying the same way I'm praying. So that was. I'm trying to get to the reason why I called the show "Who Killed Marriage." Because all that stuff led up to this one thought. Okay, so there was that. There was also the scene where after all the stuff that the cops did to their family, just disrespected them, allowed the people to do things to them and bomb their house and taking no action, not beefing up security, not bringing more police officers on site when they go to events. Just like straight up disrespect. After Malcolm dies, these reporters are all up in her face asking her questions. And she's just there, stone-faced. That footage is incredible. She doesn't say anything. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Because it's compelling. So the thing I was saying was, okay, Malcolm X was dope.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, but when he had his wife and the whole structure, that whole setup was also very important. The wife and the women in that whole organization played a very important part in the way the organization ran, right? Yeah. And that's what I think happened to marriage, is that societal structure that we had in play, right? Really, really, you know what? Now that I think about it, we probably should have been facing the screen so that the Love Fest stuff can be in the background while we were talking. And it's too late for me to flip it. Oh, man. Oh, well. Anyway, Love Fest is on the screen. If you guys want to check out the live broadcast, it's 3 hours of dope performances by indie artists. And it's Love Fest, LXVE Fest on YouTube. You'll see it. It's beautiful. And I'll put the link inside the description at the end of the show. But, so... marriage was set up in a way. Oh my Lord Jesus in heaven. Okay. Oh man. So marriage played an important part in the whole Nation of Islam spectrum. Like you had the women and they had their roles and they did their thing, and then the whole structure relied on the women played a very important role in the whole structure. Yeah. Yes. Society before that was built the exact same way. The dad had his daughter. He handed his daughter off, essentially his property, to the guy that would take over the reins from then on, and it was part of the whole structure. It was like whatever farming you had to do, whatever housekeeping you had to do, whatever cooking and cleaning you had to do. All the jobs were already set in stone and allotted by the societal structure that was unspoken, that was already set in play, right? Yeah. And that whole structure relied on marriage. Marriage was a very important part of that structure, right? Yeah. And so once the situation started to become less and less about this structure and more about individual goals and dreams and happiness and things like that, marriage started to fall apart, right?
Yes.
And I think that the main problem or the main issue that it happened, and I fuck with feminism hard. I fuck with women, being open about their sexuality. I fuck with women no longer being abused and mistreated by the side. I don't know how you feel about stuff, but I'm saying that the way that life has been set up before feminism, right? Women got the short end of the stick, and they still, to a degree, do to this day.
Well, feminism has changed from the original, how it was first perceived to me. It's changed a lot. Now, feminism was necessary in the beginning, very necessary.
They didn't even have the right to vote.
Exactly, I agree. Like, feminism was extremely necessary. To me, feminism now is hatred towards men.
Not necessarily. I mean,
no, I feel like feminism is mostly hatred towards men, and basically an excuse, as to why certain people aren't as far as they want to be in life. Because when you really look at certain things, like not just marriage, let's talk about the job aspect of feminism. Women really get paid as much, or sometimes more, especially black men. They get paid more than us, in certain jobs, more time off, because of dealing with children. Men don't get the same, leeway.
Yeah, I think that it's been proven on many different platforms that the wage gap is not an actual thing.
It's not. It's been debunked several times, so many times.
But the wage gap, that's not the problem. The problem is over-sexuality, sexual abuse in the workforce. That's the problem. Like, the problem is that women may be getting the same or just as much amount of money, but they're not treated the same. They don't get the same workload. They get more work in most cases. The men slack off. I see it. I know what I'm seeing firsthand. There's a lot of women who have to overcompensate, just like how black people have to overcompensate in America to even get to the basic levels. You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure if I agree with that. Of course, when I was working at certain places, I would notice that they would do less and complain more, and it would almost seem like they were using them being females as an excuse as to why they shouldn't be doing certain things, lifting certain things, why they should be sitting down all day on the computer instead of helping other people out. My previous job, how I just had bad experience with certain types. And then when you talk about sexual harassment, they dish it out just as much as men. I mean, I was married at the time, and I was getting flirted with hard time by certain females. You know what I mean? I've always rejected it because, I believe in my marriage. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
They're women.
Exactly.
You're calling them females.
No, I call them females on purpose. I don't do that. Listen, I understand what you're trying to say, but I call them females on purpose. Okay. There's a reason why. I don't give.
Do you call men males?
It depends if I know them or not.
Continue. We have different perspectives on this stuff, it's cool. That's okay. To me, it's okay to have different perspectives. I'm good with that.
Exactly. So the reason why I do females is because I don't feel like a lot of them are women.
Oh, Lord Jesus in heaven.
I don't feel like
some of them are girls.
They have a mindset that's I'm not saying all. Don't get me wrong, because I'm gonna get a lot of hatred for this because of how I feel. But I feel like a lot of
Where is Misha? She needs to get on this shit.
But I feel like some have like a childish mindset of wanting to be, chased, wanting to be taken care of. It's the fantasy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of them want that fantasy, so I just stick to female. Once I get to know one or somebody, and I feel like they deserve that respect of being a call-on woman, then I give it to them, because there's some out there that, I give them that respect, but there's others that I'm like, man, that female right there.
Well,
that's not the one you want.
That's what we're doing in 2020. We're calling men males. Hey, all you males out there, Hit us up. Okay, so we were talking about feminism. So feminism kind of messed up the structural need for marriage. The society that we have set up does not cultivate marriage because marriage is not important for us to be able to be a functioning society. It's not necessary. So now, marriage's only function is to make us feel good and also to like maybe reap the benefits of having a marriage. So you could share insurance, you could do, that kind of thing. Like there's a lot of financial benefits from having a marriage. At this point, that's the only real reason that I think that it's necessary, because back in the day, you had a small circle of people. You probably knew 50 people, right? I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure that I know about at least 1,000 of them I've met in person and talked to them in person. And so we're overextending ourselves, and our circles are so big that there's so many options that if you decide that, hey, I'm kind of tired of this person, let me go talk to this other person. You can do that just like that. And it's a lot easier for women than it is for men, but the options are there.
And I want to add something to that marriage thing that you were just saying.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to men, they really don't gain from marriage, in my eyes. They really don't gain too much. You really, you could say you're gaining a partner, but that partner is the person that just ready to leave you at any given moment.
Yeah.
When you're not the person that they thought you were. That they thought you were. That's what you hear right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a firm believer. Even if you have nothing in prenups now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I say if I get married again, there's a prenup on the table, because you're losing. You're the loser in that situation if something was to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it be child support, which I agree with to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Spousal support, which I don't agree with at all. I don't agree with that at all. Division of property, which mostly goes to, men lose out on so much when you enter that contract of marriage.
So it's even more risky for us to say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this with you." So that's a big step, and you should be rewarded just on that alone. That the fact that, hey, I could lose everything if this fucks up.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you say like, I'm willing to, like, I understand now the men who, as a newly divorced person, now the men who are like super against commitment and all that stuff and find any and every excuse to be Martin and Pam. I get it, because
I love that analogy.
Real talk. Because you want to you want to do that, but you also don't want to be stuck in one situation, especially if you have goals that are bigger than you. Martin was a radio host. Like he wanted to be an internationally syndicated broadcaster, and you can't do that with you gotta tend to your marriage. You can't be an internationally syndicated broadcaster and going to the radio show every day 6 a.m. and staying at the show and then doing promo the night and then coming home at 6 o'clock at night, at 8 o'clock at night, going to sleep for a couple hours, getting back up and doing it all over again. Because I say 6 a.m. If you're doing a broadcast, you gotta be at the fucking shit by 5. So you're leaving the house at 4 a.m. every day. I looked at Ricky Smiley. He had his TV show and his radio show simultaneously. And we were filming, I was doing extra work at the show. And it was like 2 a.m. He's like, I gotta be at the radio at 4.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is, like, if you are an internationally syndicated radio host and you also are like a personality or a comedian and you do movies or film or anything like that, or any kind of entertainment, it's really hard to give your wife the attention that she would need.
You know what? Here's my problem with that. A lot of people feel like they're the only ones that need their attention. I'm gonna put all of me out here real quick. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, first let me just... Because all of you loves all of me. Okay, go ahead.
So, I love that attention from...
Like that.
I love that attention from my lady also.
Yeah.
So if I'm working that hard, you know, it's not because I don't want to be around you. It's because in the end,
oh shit, I forgot. Go ahead.
in the end, everything's going to pay out for us.
Yeah.
So if I'm out there, it should be known that I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this just for myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you too. And
I'm trying to give this to you, baby.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what I was saying was, I love having that attention also. You know, I love, you know, when you miss me just as much as, you know, I miss you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so
I think that the flaw is that wanting that attention is the problem. That we don't know why we want that attention. But you may say, well, it's because I like it, right? But you also may not know that you've been conditioned to like that. Because by all the songs, the TV shows, the movies, the music, whatever has been getting into your brain, whatever your parents tell you, it just gets into your brain. And they help you develop your want. So you might not even really want that. You think you want that because that's what everyone's been telling you that you want, and that's what everyone has been portraying as true happiness. And at the end of the show, the guy gets the girl or vice versa, and that's what we've been conditioned to like.
Oh no, I you know, I don't believe in no fantasies, man. But I do want somebody that cares about me as much as I care about them. In the end.
But everyone's a narcissist, so
I agree with that. Well, not everyone.
Are you ever going to love people as much as they love themselves?
I don't know, man. I mean, it shouldn't have to be. That shouldn't have to be a question. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If somebody is saying, "I'm tired of trying to teach somebody how to love me the way I need to be loved," then you're the problem. In my eyes.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day. It was like no earlier today. Unconditional love only applies to the spiritual realm. Humans are incapable of unconditional love. I really think that. I really think that everyone's love comes with some kind of a condition, and only spiritual beings can have true unconditional love that knows no bounds. That's what I genuinely think that.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't necessarily agree with it to the fullest. Like with my son, it's unconditional. There's nothing I'm expecting from him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's the thing. You might love him conditionally, right? But there's a condition on your love for him. If you don't pay for the stuff or be a good dad or go to the games every time and do everything that he expects of a dad, then he's gonna say fuck that.
But you know,
see what I'm saying?
But you know,
that's the condition.
No, I understand what you're saying.
And if he does some fuck shit, like really like fuck your girl or some crazy shit. I mean, are you still gonna be down for your son like that? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a condition.
There would be disappointments, but it's not gonna stop me from having that love for my son, where I would die for him. You know, I would lose my life to extend his.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that that's gonna stop that feeling from me. You know, he might not have that same feeling at right now. But I'm pretty sure he would grow into that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. He might not grow into that unconditional love. But from what I'm seeing from him now, he's definitely having that unconditional,
Right.
with me so far,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, we don't know what would break us. We don't know what will make us go, oh, fuck this. I'm done with you forever. We don't know what that thing is. But when it happens, that's the thing. So for a partner that I had at one point, the thing that really made me say, I don't love you anymore. And my love for you is no longer there. The thing that made me do that was the sneaking around, the lying, the inboxing niggas, all that shit that I saw. It's like, you can't tell me that you care about me or love me if you're doing that. Because I would never do that to you. Period.
I went through the same thing, man. I understand what you're saying, but you know, this is somebody that you was
Hold up.
that you know that became a part of my life and really didn't grow into it. You know, didn't give me that time to grow into it. You know what I mean? While I felt the love at first and it was strong,
Yeah.
I fell out of it within 6-7 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And someone told me like, hey, I show you the utmost respect and I care about you as much as I can until you show me a reason why I can't. And and here's the thing. She basically was like, look, everyone is full of shit, and it's only a matter of time before you show me how full of shit you actually are. And it's only and when it happens, you go, oh, there it is. Yeah, I was waiting for that. That happened.
Yeah, that's the problem when people are waiting for shit like that.
But I mean, it's gonna happen, right?
I mean, it can happen, but it depends. It's how you react to me. You want to hold this?
Yeah, like mic it, and if you can hear her talking, then it's on the thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you want to introduce?
Do you want me to do that, or you want to continue your thought?
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was saying.
Okay, so we fucked that up. Okay, we'll get back to it eventually. So basically, we have Ayana back on the. No, we don't have kids on our show. Sorry. We have Ayana back on the show again. She was a guest on episode number 13, lucky number 13, and she has a unique perspective. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people once more? Because we're what, I think 4 episodes since then. So can you just do a quick little rundown so people can know who you are? Because we need to get them more acquainted and familiar with you.
Yes, I can do that. I am Ayana. Clearly, I am a homemaker. As you can hear my kid in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Non-stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Hey, take that.
Jewelry maker. Okay.
Taste maker, connoisseur of food and music and art. Yes.
Homemaker, baby maker. No.
Sound like she's from Ohio or something.
Yeah.
Where you from?
I am from Michigan. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. But
I knew it was somewhere
very
Midwest.
long time.
You pick up your Midwest accent like that.
Yeah, I knew you was.
You heard the accent?
Yep, it's real strong. It sounded like Midwest. I mean, I the first thing I said was she sounded like she's from Ohio. That Midwest, I mean, Midwest. I don't know. It's just so it's indistinctive. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's very strong. I asked. I got family in Columbus, Ohio, and I asked them, why do you guys sound like you guys are from like California, West Coast or something? And I promise you, man, this was the dumbest answer I ever heard in my life. She said, I am from the Midwest. If this is the Midwest, I'm like, wait a minute. You're the Midwestern hemisphere. It's not like you're in the Midwestern or California. It's not like you touching borders.
I say that all the time.
You from the Midwest?
I think it's not the Midwest. I'm like, y'all, that is nowhere near West. Like, it's nowhere near the middle. Like, y'all need to chill. Where does this definition come from?
Right.
Oh,
I
man.
don't get it.
So, as a homemaker, where do you stand on men who are like, look, I get that being a mom in the house is a job, and that's important, but you're going to have to get some money. You're going to have to get you a little side hustle.
No, I think that everybody should be bringing some money in. I mean, in some form or fashion, whether it's working from home or
Doing hair.
anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, if your partner is
Why are they up at 11 o'clock at night?
Man, you know how
1
babies
year
are.
old, he has no damn sense. No sense whatsoever. He's crazy as hell. So, but yeah, I think if your partner, I mean, that gotta be something you guys discuss. So if your partner doesn't make enough money, to sustain the whole family, then yeah, I mean, that's just logical. It just makes sense. Y'all gonna struggle. That's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, we see now with coronavirus that it's super easy now for people to work from home. I mean, it used to seem impossible.
Yeah.
but
It should have been a thing way
now,
before.
like, yeah.
These companies make you think you got to go to the office and sit there. It's like, it's so dumb. To do things like could have been an email and sit in a meeting, it's so dumb.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. I was saying to somebody, hey, like getting a traditional job. Can you try that? And then they would blow up my spot and say it was a dumb idea. I should have never said that. Being a this and that is really hard, and you should never have said that to me. But then when the opportunity came for them to have a regular job, they just did it, and it was like, oh well, it's normal now. It could be done. Same thing with Corona. It was like, oh, well, you got to come to the office. And the second that we couldn't go to the office, all of a sudden it was possible. When they broke the barrier for the marathon, I think it was the first time. Hold on, Alexa. When was the first record broken for the fastest marathon? I don't even know how to ask that question.
Here's something I found on Reuters. Kenyan world record holder Bridget Koskei cruised to a dominant victory in the London Marathon on Sunday, overcoming her rivals on an unfamiliar multi-lap course in relentless rain to triumph in 2 hours, 18.58 minutes.
So, she said that this person just beat a world record where they beat the marathon in 2 hours, right? But there was a time when people thought you couldn't complete a marathon in less than 3. And everybody believed that was normal. Until someone broke that barrier, and all of a sudden now it's normal. Everybody does it now. Everybody can do it, right? And I feel like that's what most things are. It's like we'll say something's impossible until we have to do it, and then all of a sudden it's normal. Oh well, I mean it's not really possible for people to fly planes and be in another country in 12 hours. It's just not possible. And then some brothers in their backyard doing some crazy shit figured out a way to make the shit pop, and now all of a sudden now. Aerial flight is within our reach, within our realm. Mm-hmm. Having a horseless carriage is stupid, and there's no reason for this. What are you doing? You look weird, Mr. Ford. All of a sudden, everybody's doing it. Oh shit! I didn't even know that the call dropped. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, right. And so I say all that to say this. I think that the idea that certain things are impossible to accomplish, like, hey, there's no way we're going to get over this hurdle in our lives. Like, how is it that a marriage won't survive or something because of something that someone says is just never going to get fixed? But there are people who have figured out a way to survive through the marriage in spite of, like, people cheating on each other and beating on each other, and somehow they still get, like, 20, 30 years in, and end up on the other side of it. But how can there be minuscule stuff where people like maybe just not making enough money, just not working out for them, or whatever, but they never did any of those other things. Why are we so easy to quit, just give up,
Yeah, that's true. And I think sometimes it's nature versus nurture. Some people are just raised a certain way, and they just go off what they've seen, and then some people, it's just who the fuck they are, weak as hell,
mm-hmm.
Manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are in it for, solely to benefit off somebody else,
Yeah, remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
I was telling him my ex-wife did that to me. I was telling him my ex-wife did that to me because I get certain benefits, and it's for life, basically. So she saw that opportunity, and she had an older son. He was coming up, about to be 18, about to be off of child support, so she saw that opportunity, and she found a sucker.
Wow.
And, took full advantage, you know what I mean? So, I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not mad about, supporting like my son or anything like that. But I'm mad that I was duped into something that I really wanted, but I wanted it to last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't last. It didn't get, it basically,
did it like a year, 2 years?
Man, I left her before a year. I left her before a year.
But then how were you so sure in just that short time span that it was nothing, that would never get fixed?
When she started physically attacking me, and then calling the police, saying that I was doing stuff.
You know what? We were just talking about that, me and Ayana. About how men who are abused are not taken seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of us out there than Yeah, and people don't want to believe it until it's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can't you hear? All right, my bad. This side?
No, this side. Can you hear her in the headphones?
No.
Hey, Mike.
Like this?
Yeah. Is it Chris?
On my head, on the headphones I got.
Can you hear her voice when she talks?
Can you say something for me? Why am I you? I can barely hear her on the headset.
Well, I'll just go in the post and I'll like boost her vocals up. So
okay.
Yeah. Is your arm getting tired like that?
No.
Okay.
I forgot where
we were talking about how men get abused.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was just telling him we wasn't gonna do no bitches and hoes on this shit, and here you come with the one woman coming with bitches be violent.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm 6.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree. Yeah, and I was about to say was a lot of times people don't believe it until they've been through it. Mm-hmm. Like I was always that guy like that was like, don't hit no woman, man. Even if she's beating the shit out of you, don't hit no. Ever since I've been through that, it's like no, I would I would beat the dog shit out of anybody, male or female, if they put their hands on me. Anybody. Hey,
I can't see. I just can't. I understand where you're coming from. If they put their hands on you and they're trying to harm you, yeah, you give them the business. But me personally,
but I didn't do that during my marriage.
Yeah, I won't do it.
I did. I could. For some reason, my head was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Or if she's just trying to get her point across. Yeah. And that's the only way she can do it.
When you're trained in the military, are you trained to treat sexes differently when it's in combat?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Somebody points anything at me. Yeah. You take them down. Okay. If somebody's driving towards us, we give them warning shots and then take them down. You get 2 or 3 warning shots. You know what I mean? One in the air, one on the ground, one in the engine block, and then we just we just Swiss cheese you. Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, Yeah. But is she still on? You still there? Okay. Okay. But what I was saying was the first time she was hitting me, it was like unbelievable. I didn't believe it, and it was like, why are you putting your hands on me? I'm trying to get away from you, and you're putting your hands on me. Yeah. Who does that? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And then that same day, she called the police on me. Talking about I was running around with a pistol. I mean, I carry, but talking about I'm running around with the pistol to my head.
Yeah, if you say a black man is running around with a pistol, the cops will be there immediately.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if he has a license.
Yeah, she was with the shit real. I mean, she was trying to get me killed because she was, she was pregnant and she was trying to get them benefits. I think that's what it was, man. Yeah, see. Here's my thing with that. I got sisters that's been pregnant around me, and for some reason they can compose themselves. You know what I mean? But was you living with them all? Yeah, they were living. Yeah, we were all living. Yeah, in the same spot. Yes.
I think that there's a combination of the hormonal effect of being pregnant. And also the psychological plant they put into your mind to tell you that you have to act crazy because you're pregnant, and you start acting crazy. Exactly. It's like a placebo. Exactly.
That's my thing. I tell people all the time. They want to act. Yeah. I understand it could be different with certain people, but I tell people all the time that craziness, they could control that shit because there's plenty of people that's been pregnant and not physically attacked anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. And putting hands on somebody for no reason if they haven't done anything to you, there's no excuse. Exactly. It's just no excuse for that shit. It's really not.
But I do believe that there's a hormonal imbalance that could cause you to act psycho.
Yeah. I mean, people. I mean, I think she was like this before she was pregnant. You know what I mean? and that was my first taste of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she had the stories of, you know, being in physical fist fights with ex-boyfriends, but it will all. I mean, she would always start the story like they did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Exactly.
If I ever was in an altercation with somebody, I definitely try my best to say where I went wrong too in the story. I don't try to beat myself up in the story.
definitely.
Because I'll be like, yeah, that might have happened, but I probably was wrong for this and this, but they shouldn't have done that. That wasn't called.
Right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what if?
Try to make sure I don't leave out my dirt.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to
Because
put.
I need feedback. I'm a feedback person, so I have to tell the people I'm close to like the whole story. Because I only fuck with people who are like making me accountable. So they'll be like, Maisha, that shit wasn't cool. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Like, so then I have to stop and think like, oh damn, that was dumb.
Right.
But listen to what you said. You say you have people that will tell you that's not cool. Imagine you have somebody that's, you know, where
Enablers.
their friends are constantly telling them, oh, you need to set that nigga straight. You know what I mean? Or you need to do this. Oh, he's a man, he can take it. Oh, let that nigga get shot. You should be walking around with a pistol in. You know, like you said, enablers. You know, and I also became an enabler also when she was having trouble at work.
Yeah.
You know, constantly attacking people verbally. You know, just and I'm sitting there like, man, fuck them, just quit. You know,
Yeah.
I can handle this for a little bit, but you can't get used to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's.
Yeah, the next job is gonna be the same shit.
Is exactly. I mean, you can't get used to sitting at home. Is what I was saying. You know, and I'm basically enabling her because I know if she's gonna, if she quits, then guess what? She's gonna sit at home all day. She's gonna be doing this shit with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You gonna be the coworker.
What the hell? I had to go.
Let me see if my uncle is awake because he's in a marriage that he's been in for what, like 30 years or something.
And I love that, man. That's what I really wanted. You know, and I know how you feel, Olin, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I still.
How do you feel, Olin?
Ooh.
I feel like we're all like collectively choosing to be like psychotic. Like it's like temporary insanity with the goal of something that's been planted in our minds to believe is a real thing. But everything about life does not allow.
Bullshit.
Monogamy is bullshit because everyone has a point where they just kind of give up. So even the person that you saw was in a relationship for 20, 25 years, there's a 10-year time span where they just stop talking to each other. They just stop fucking.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
True. Where it's just not giving a fuck what the other person is doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's.
I agree. I think monogamy is bullshit.
I mean, it can be, but I think it could work too. I mean, there are people out there that make it work. I mean,
I sent a specific
Yeah.
message about what I was saying because I was on like a little tangent. I'm gonna see if I can find that text because I think I hit it on the nail.
but also you got to realize I was raised by singles. I mean, like single mother, single father. You know, so I'm not saying that that it works for everybody because obviously my mother never remarried or anything like that, and of course my dad, well, the guy I call my dad, he's been married so many times, and that's what I don't want. You know what I mean? I don't want any of those situations. I just want that one person where we mesh. You know what I mean? And
Okay, so I had a theory. No, you were talking about something. You were on a thing. You're saying that you would like that, but there was something like that you just wanted it, right? Or have you completed the thought?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay. Sorry. I was saying like, okay, I had a great analogy, right?
Yeah.
The porn industry, right, is worth $6 billion and $97 billion with more realistic estimates. According to the Google, 6 billion to 15 billion they still make, even after Pornhub and all these other websites made these free streaming where people don't have to buy porn anymore, right? They still offer ads and all that shit make $15 billion, right?
Sweet.
Sweet, right? I equate marriage to the porn industry, right?
To the divorce industry.
Right, because the porn industry, everybody says nobody watches porn. There's very few people who would admit that they watch porn. However, somebody's lying because the porn industry makes mad fucking money off of people watching porn. Right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on, go ahead. Right, but
I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
OnlyFans is like became my little personal like. I picked one of my one of the ones I think is really beautiful, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with this one for a while,
Okay.
for a month. Let me go ahead and get this little $5 out my pocket real quick.
right.
That's pretty fun.
We'll talk about that later, but you're messing up my analogy. So,
Okay, oh my bad.
so nobody admits to watching porn or OnlyFans, right?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to admit. Man, fuck OnlyFans.
But for some reason, the company they make billions of dollars, right?
Yes.
What is the divorce rates in America, right? It's over 50%. Yet everyone keeps saying that that marriage is so great. Somebody's lying.
It's like 68%, isn't it?
They're all
Divorce rates in North America. Let's see what it says on Google. Okay?
What is it, 68%?
It says the divorce rate is 3.2 per 1,000. For every 1,000 marriages, 3.2 of that 1,000
are divorced.
are divorced.
After what's the time frame?
60% of couples who get married between the ages of 20 and 25 will end in divorce, while those who get married by 25 and older, 24%.
Boy knows this, man.
Right.
I've been on this for a while. Divorce rates, father's rights, and don't take this the wrong way, everybody that's listening, but the suicide rate in fathers.
Yeah.
Because it's
I got
crazy.
to that point where I was about to, feel like, I live a pretty good life. I think I'm good on this whole thing.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather die than live like this.
I mean,
Yeah, I think I did my thing. Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, man, my son was about to be, he was about to be set forever, man. I mean,
Right.
these benefits, I mean, free college, my ex-wife can make up whatever story she wanted to make. She does it anyway, so.
Yeah.
So,
But what I was gonna say was, so if everyone keeps saying marriage can work and marriage is great and marriage is the way to go and you better get right, and this is how you get. A lot of people make a lot of money doing like marriage counseling, or like not marriage counseling. Like one of those relationship advice people. If you want to get your husband to do this and your man to do, none of this shit is real, because 60% of these people all doesn't work. So who's lying? If marriage is the best thing, why is there almost 100 of these people, more than half of them, fucking like saying fuck this? There's something wrong with this shit. Something's wrong with this structure. It's not right. It's not supposed to be a thing we do. I was talking to him about nature, right? Every freaking fall, the leaves fall off the damn trees, right? Even the fucking trees got to divorce them leaves, man. Can you imagine if the trees didn't give up the leaves and said, yeah, I need my leaves. Them leaves would be rotted. They would have mold on them if those trees didn't let go of them leaves.
and if y'all don't stop fucking around with my fantasy, I still want it. I still want it. Now y'all good. I know. I completely understand.
Even if a relationship ends, it don't have to be it don't have to be on bad terms. That say you with somebody for 15 years and y'all both just look at each other like, damn, it kind of feel like we cousins. Like, what do you do?
It's so funny. I like the relationship I had before.
Yeah.
You remember her, right? The light skinned girl.
Oh, she's amazing. You should hit her back up, bro. She's awesome.
I was with her for a while, a couple years, man. But it ended so well, so great.
So hit her back up,
I'm
because she's
not
dope.
a bad person.
Hit her back up. She's dope.
Nah, I think she's with somebody right now.
Fuck
So,
that nigga.
yeah.
Fuck that nigga. Go.
No.
We finna pull up. Entanglement. But yeah, go ahead. So the relationship ended really good. Y'all
look great.
Y'all on good terms.
But I just feel like the marriage with my ex-wife was just a scam for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, she had so many scams going on, and it never clicked in my head. You know what I mean? Like I was telling you, when she was running for that, and nobody liked her. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I was just thinking she's a black woman, and people just, they want to see a black woman,
That same thing happened to Amina's boss. It was like, everybody was like, this chick is crazy. Why y'all want to make her, it was this clerk. It wasn't even like a real government thing. It was just like a clerk, city clerk for Snellville.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that lady.
They was like, and then when we went to the town hall, it was like, the black people were on this side, the white people were on this. It was so strange. Anyway, go ahead.
No,
Nobody liked her. You thought it was just like, oh, they trying to take a black woman down. But it turns out she's an actual evil bitch.
Man. Man, I wish...
Yeah, but that woman in Snellville ended up being a scammer and scammed my ex-wife out of a lot of money. and still didn't pay her. Still didn't pay her check. But you said this woman was similar, where your ex was similar, where she just was a shitty person, and they were like, "We're not gonna get her."
Everybody knew, and I was sitting there just being her bodyguard, like a fucking boo boo the fool.
Boo boo the fool, damn.
She must have made you that spaghetti, son.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I didn't.
That macaroni in the pot.
See, the thing is, she couldn't cook. Now I know what you're talking about with the blood in it, right? Nope.
The period blood.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nope. She got me with Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. Damn.
Nope. It came from Pizza Hut. But you know what? I didn't see them deliver, so I don't know.
It's DiGiorno, nigga. It's DiGiorno. Damn, I'm delivered. I don't like mans no more. Do you think he likes women now, for real?
No.
We going off topic, but what were we saying? Oh, so basically, everyone is around you saying this person is bad, is bad for you. Why they talk to you like that? Why they do that? Oh, that's not really like them, because you've had intimate moments with them where you go, I seen them when they like are broken down. They don't put a barrier up, right? But they, when the fight or flight takes place, they're gonna do that fucked up shit that they were doing, and that's where you go, oh shit, dog, they was right the whole time. Damn.
And it's so funny. I feel like her family were giving me hints too, like her brother, her sister,
Right.
even the stepfather.
That's solid ass people though, because
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. When you know your family ain't right, you gotta let motherfuckers know what they get themselves into. Like,
Man.
I'm the same way. My brother, he gets girlfriends and shit, and they'll be good chicks. And I'm like, what are you doing? He doesn't work. He's a moocher. He's a pretty boy. He don't want to do nothing.
Damn, you putting your brother on the spot like that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, he'd be alright. He know. He already know he shit.
Man.
If you don't know you ain't shit, then you have a bigger problem.
Man, I want to be the pretty boy. Maybe I should start acting like the pretty boy from now on to find the good ladies. Act like the ain't shit ones. Is that what I got to do? Be entitled? I don't know, man. I just like being me, man. If I can't be me all the time,
Right.
I don't like it.
Yeah, what I noticed is like you start being yourself, and they go, well, why don't you try doing this instead of what you're doing? And they shape you for whatever they want you to be, and that's a slippery slope, because you gotta I know niggas that actually like me for me. Like, I know motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers that like me for me, but then when I'm being myself, I'm being myself, and you annoyed by myself. You don't like.
You're annoyed by my presence?
Yeah, that sucks, dog. That's horrible.
You ain't part of my side, bitch.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
And she said, "Remove yourself."
So we've come to the conclusion that there wasn't one particular thing that killed marriage. It's a series of things. It's childhood trauma, daddy issues, societal structural breakdowns and changes, feminism changing the structure of society as a whole, men devaluing the structure, whatever moral compass you have or religious standing you have on the subject doesn't really matter to most people anymore. Divorce is very easy to do. It's not as hard as it used to be to just cut off the marriage. So women don't need their husband to survive. A lot of times, if a man was cheating and being a piece of shit, there's nothing that a woman can do. It was like she had no job, she had no prospects, she had no education. She literally went from being her dad's daughter to being a wife, and then that was the transition. So there was nothing. There was nothing for her. It doesn't matter what this dude does, because what am I going to do? There's two things that we noticed on the first time we did this episode about Who Killed Marriage. The first thing that I noticed was, okay, not only will the woman back in the day be stuck because she can't do anything, she has no other options, right? If she were to decide that I'm leaving this nigga, right? Mm-hmm. She's gonna not only be broke and poor, but she'll also be shunned by society as being the divorce lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would just have to find another man who will basically take you in. You're like a wifey orphan.
That was shunned on too.
Yeah, like a hobo.
Like back in the day, it was kind of frowned upon. Also, when you took on a new husband, I mean, you know how people were gossiping. Oh, she was married previously. Mm-hmm. You know, oh, did he die? No. Then you know what happens next.
Yeah,
gossiping starts.
Yeah, everything. I mean, I was gonna pick my grandmother's brain. Like, I was gonna sit her down and do a long form interview with her, and something happened where I just kept procrastinating, and then she ended up dying. But she had several different marriages, and I wanted to know what really happened.
Nice.
Yeah, she was a player. She was a player.
She ain't shit, man. She said, "Oh, nice."
right. But I was like, what? Because here's the thing: my grandmother is super religious. Mm-hmm. So if she believes in the Bible, Seventh-day Adventist, yeah, if she believes in the Bible and believes in marriage and all that's the sanctity of marriage. What did she know that I don't know that made her go, well, this isn't really gonna work?
Mm-hmm. That her mental stability and her mental health was way more important than some damn religious doctrine.
Ooh. Maybe. Because I know that my grandfather, and I don't want to put his business out there, he was kind of like, he cheated and he did some foul shit, and she wasn't having it,
So, why is there a divorce, like a crazy divorce rate when men don't do anything wrong? Like, no cheating, no attacking of the spouse.
We talked about it earlier. There's too many options.
So you know what?
It's too many options.
My parents actually divorced when I was like 11.
Yeah.
And my dad is like upstanding, top-notch guy, top-notch husband, married my mom at like 17. Like, went to the military, went to work every day, really good-looking, handsome, fine man, and was like, I'm gonna be a dad, I'm gonna be a husband. Never put his hands on my mom, respectful as hell. She kind of ran him over. I mean, she's one of the Boston type women, kind of step on your nuts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that sometimes when you ain't got no challenge, and some people thrive off chaos.
Yep, I agree with that.
That's how my mom was raised. My mom was raised in chaos. She still kind of is like that.
So being too good is also bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was trying to get at, man. I mean,
so I have to be a scoundrel to be respected by a woman?
You have to have a little balance, have a little dash of scoundrelism.
You want to hear what I was told once?
In your eyes.
Hold that thought. Don't forget.
I'm gonna tell you what I was told once.
You gotta see a little darkness. Everybody gotta have a little edge.
I have darkness, man. I just don't want to hurt you, because if I go to that place, I'm gonna hurt you. I will hurt you.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Okay.
I was once told.
Can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to have a little dark edge. You don't actually have to hurt nobody, but
I mean, you keep saying that, but I've been told. Well, I keep saying once, but I've been told a couple of times. Sometimes you have to shake a motherfucker up or put your hands on them to let them know, I'm still the man. I'm still a motherfucking man.
Yeah.
And they will respect that
But still,
to
that's
me,
like psychological abuse because now you have someone scared of you because they think that you could. But what they don't realize is that you're a man. You can harm them. It doesn't matter if you're the strongest man. You are always stronger than them.
That's what I'm saying. There's no real solution. I mean, you could do that, and somebody can see you like that and be like, okay, I understand. I don't need to put my hands on him no more. Or they could be, be in fear of you.
Yeah.
It
doesn't work with kids either. You can't put fear in your kids and make them scared of you.
No, not at all. You don't want your children scared of you.
Not that I equate women and children. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Are you there?
Are you there? Maisha?
Oh, she probably put it on mute.
Hello?
She said she live in the woods.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was on mute.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So I've heard this, like, too. It's like, hey, how come you don't, like, call me a bitch or, like, disrespect me? I like that shit. Ooh, daddy, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's why I made this. Remember that song that I made? I ain't your daddy, I ain't your daddy, I ain't your daddy. Thank you. I made that song specifically on this idea that when a woman is, like, doing stuff and she goes, ooh, daddy, yes, daddy, I love when you talk to me, daddy. I'm like, I'm not your fucking daddy, dude. Get that out your head. Huh? Huh? Yeah, it's like some Freud shit. You want to have sex with your dad? What the fuck? You know? Yeah. So it's always strange to me because I never thought about a woman like a mom figure. I never wanted anyone to be my mom. And every time that I felt that way, I gotta get out of there.
Man, I had to tell somebody that, man, because people are gonna hate me for this, but every time I get out of a bad relationship or I'm dealing with somebody that's crazy, that's of the same race as me, I'm like, I'm done with them. I'm dating somebody outside of my race, and then the next thing you hear is, but your mama black. That's how you feel about nigga. I'm not trying to date my mother. Anybody like my mother? I don't want to fuck my mother. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why would you say that? That's the Oedipus complex. If you feel that way, then you date your mother. You fuck her all day. I don't want nothing to do with it. I think we're not friends anymore after you said that. But I just don't understand that response.
Well, my thing is, the reason why I think that black marriage is important is because it's something that is rare. I agree. It should be pushed to the forefront because you're talking about building an empire. You're building an empire with your people.
I agree.
And even if you have a person that's outside of the race, I appreciate that. I love it. But there's also going to be someone down the line. It could be one generation over or two generations over that specifically hates the union and will do everything in their power to deface or to call it a debacle, right? Mm-hmm. And I look at people like Dave Chappelle. His wife is Filipino, and they'll be like, there's Asian people who specifically don't like black people, and they will not like sugarcoat it, Mm-hmm. And even in the Filipino community, there's like a lot of colorism, like people that are fair skinned are regarded as more important.
Yes, black as hell.
Yeah.
Super dark.
Yeah.
And so overall, I think that okay, so we're coming to a bunch of different points. Like, there's not one thing that killed marriage. So we got father issues, mommy issues, people who want a person who can depend on them. We got structural society changes that don't allow for the structure of marriage to cultivate, or it's not important for the growth of society. Mm-hmm. It goes against our human nature to stick to one person, and most things in nature are not monogamous. Everything has a season and time changes. But then now we're getting on the other one, which is, sometimes people's wants and needs don't align up. Fantasies that they've created in their mind. And the structural, the brainwashing that we've created in our heads based off of media. Now, I want to talk about one thing in particular that really blew my mind. Do you know that the tradition of giving a wedding ring to somebody was created by advertising agencies?
Yep, Valentine's Day.
De Beers Diamond Corporation. Yep, mm-hmm. And the guy that owned the CEO at the time, he was CEO. That's a dope shot. Yeah, that's a dope shot. The time that the dude was CEO, he was on record saying, Diamonds are intrinsically worthless, and their worth is predicated on what you feel that they need to be. But diamonds are actually not even a rare stone. The only reason why they're considered rare is because they have a surplus of diamonds that they put in a mine and they hold off and they distribute them as they want to, right? So they pretty much manufacture the value, right? And then comes the
like Apple products.
exactly because I fuck with Samsung way more than I fuck with Apple. I love Galaxy, fire.
Yep. Way better product too.
But so then comes the De Beers Diamond Corporation and they start this campaign for the diamond is forever. You must and they create all these arbitrary rules. It must be 2 times your salary. It must be three times your salary. Yeah, I mean they make all these rules up. And so somebody said, I think it was Adam Ruins Everything. There was an episode where they were like, imagine if we created a culturally significant thing based on any other ad campaign. Oh, are we eating pizza for breakfast, Johnny? Oh yes. Don't you know the old saying? Pizza for breakfast. Go pizza pizza. How does it go? Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Oh yeah, that's right. It's 2042. Everyone's saying that now. You know? So it's like diamond is forever. Diamond is not forever. Because after like 30 years, it starts to break down and fall apart. And so I feel like that's a huge metaphor for marriage as a whole. Because we think that marriage is forever. But the symbol that represents marriage is a fragile, worthless piece of trash. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a farce. I bought a ring. I think it was like I spent like $300. That's not a lot on a ring. I spent $300, right? I had it appraised a week later, and I only could get $40 for that ring. So it's a big racket. It's a big racket. So if the whole diamond industry is manufactured, the wedding industry is manufactured. All this stuff is just a way for people to make. It's a new income source because if a person does photography, if they're gonna do, they have what's called a wedding tax, right? Where if they do their normal fee is $200. If they're doing a wedding, they could charge $1,500 and no one would say anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's insane.
So what else is fake? What else is created by these advertising agencies that we deem real? Like, what other idea has been planted in our brain? Yes. Why? My wedding, I didn't spend. Matter of fact, after the wedding, we had more money because we had a community that just helped us do the ceremony, right? And then the gifts that we got in money and everything, we had a wad of money worth of gifts.
You hear how you said that? Let me tell you something.
I mean, we were married. It was us.
Man, let me tell you what my ex-wife did. All the stuff that was given to us by both sides,
like the money gifts,
gifts, and everything, became hers.
How?
And I used to
How?
I used to ask her and try to have a conversation with her about stuff like that, and it's like. It was like, exactly. She said, the fuck?
No.
You know, it was like, I mean, I'm gone now, but, you know, it was like, you know, it was clicking in my head like she just had that marriage. She had our marriage so she could collect things, you know, take the money to pay rent, you know, and it was just, I keep telling people, man, there was so many signs that was telling me to run.
Yeah.
But in my head, it's like...
Dude, let me tell you something. If you want to have a good time, if you want to have a great first date, buy your girl a wedding dress, right? And then you buy a suit, right? And then all you got to do is walk around town and tell everybody you just got married, and they'll give you shit for free.
Man.
Let me tell you something. After the marriage, we were so tired that we went and we did our thing. We went to sleep, right? And then we woke up and it was like 8 o'clock at night. We were like, oh shit, we didn't do anything, right? So let's go to Papa Do's. We went to the most expensive restaurant, Papa Do's. If you ever got a check from Papa Do's, you better have $200 on hand, right? Yeah. So I think the check was something like $90 for just the two of us.
Really?
Yeah, and they saw that we just got married, and they were like, don't worry about it. We had $300 in our pocket.
Man.
We had I think it was like $800 in cash on us.
My first time at Papa Do's, I dropped 200.
Yeah.
My first time, I took the girl I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I took her for her birthday. Man, king crab on deck. Goddamn,
it's fun. It's like you're like a king. They're like they bring you all the food and you're like, give me more. Yeah.
I had that aged ribeye.
Ooh.
Man,
Lord Jesus.
We was both eating the most expensive shit. I mean, it was my first time, but it was her birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, I can do it.
Right.
Man.
They gave us our check for fucking free. We had $800 in our pocket.
Man.
And we should do that. We should do it. We should do it as like a prank and then like film it and see how people. Yeah, like an experiment. Yeah.
Man, I kind of want to do it every weekend just so I can eat. You know, like every other weekend.
Yeah, but then like people will start catching on. But
I don't give a fuck, man. We can switch cities, man. I do have a car.
Right. But what I'm saying is like the reason why people fall for that shit is because they want to believe that marriage will work. And so when they see it, they go, "Oh, that's so amazing!" They eat that shit up, dog.
I think it depends on who it is. Like me, I wanted it to work, but then I was with the wrong person that was in it for the benefits and for the yeah, exactly. So you know, I think I do feel like it could work, man. But it's all about catching the person that's on the same page as you. That's really on the same page as you and just not saying it.
I was talking to my sister-in-law and I told her, this is a lesson I learned from my last relationship and she's learning too, that what's more important than anything else in my opinion is values and morals. When you get with a person that does not have the same morals and values as you, and a lot of the shit that you don't even believe in, you end up doing shit that's totally against yourself.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is to me, that's what I've learned about love. Like I can love you all fucking day, but we don't believe in the same thing. Like I'm a person, I never stole shit. I don't steal from people. I don't take nothing. The only thing I probably steal is magazines from the damn grocery store. Okay, I'll be able to make my own shit.
Dog.
But, you know, to get with somebody who is a
don't do it in Sandy Springs.
We'll talk about that. Go ahead. What you saying?
I say don't.
I mean, it fucks your shit up. It fucks your whole life up. You know, your values don't align, and you get somebody who don't have no values.
Yeah. When I was a kid, yeah.
It's a person who will do anything, fuck with anybody, hang out with any person, will eat any kind of food, will invite any kind of people into your life. Like you realize, oh wow, I can't just get with you because I love you. You don't have no morals. Mm-hmm. You're gonna fuck my whole energy up. And that's what people just ignore. You're like, oh, I love this person. What the fuck love that is?
Yeah, I mean, I had a girl that I was messing with that was just all the way out there, and I knew that I shouldn't have been like really involved because it was like on some wild shit. Like I'm talking about like Molly. I'm talking about like crazy party girl shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was so into the idea of the relationship because I hadn't been in one for so long that I just lied to myself and told myself that hey, this will work.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay, I was looking for my little rant that I sent to you in the message, right? And it was like, okay, the thing is, the whole soulmate thing, I think it just might be another thing we tell ourselves is a plausible thing, but the true nature of humanity, or nature rather, doesn't consider the possibility that monogamy in general may be an overall lofty goal. I think we should be looking for mutual respect and honor for one another. And if you want to help me bust a nut every once in a while, cool. And I wrote bust a nut like BUSSANUT. And I was like, I don't know, that shit might be toxic too. And then I put the Britney Spears toxic.
I do think that that mutual respect is the most important part, though.
What were you saying?
I don't see what could be toxic about that. You said mutual respect. There's nothing toxic about having mutual respect.
Yeah.
But what about the bust a nut part? I just want you to help me bust a nut every once in a while.
There's nothing toxic about that.
Yeah, there's nothing toxic about that either. Not unless you got something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you're doing
Yeah.
I really don't.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. But how can we make that normal when everyone around us is telling us that this is not normal? You shouldn't do that. That's bad.
Ooh, ooh. No. This is my thing on that too. You can't take advice from other people about what's going on with you and the person you with. I used to tell my ex-wife that all the time. You're taking advice from somebody that's not in a relationship and being used, and you're applying what she's given you to us, and it's messing us up. You see what I'm saying? You can't take advice from other people.
Oh, that reminds me of the Eddie Murphy bit. No, they can.
Yeah, they can.
Y'all making all the choices, so it's really, if your partner is taking advice from other people, it ain't those other people's fault. It's your partner who is taking in this bad advice and acting on it.
No, I agree with that. Yes.
They want to tell me. My friend would say, I can't stand him. He's an idiot. He broke your boyfriend. You know this. I'm still gonna be with his broke retarded ass because I love him. Like,
Right. But this is what I'm saying. They might not say that they are going to change their ways because of what the person said, but they're going to start planting little shit in your head. And that's why I was thinking about, like, that Eddie Murphy bit. Remember that? Where he's like, I'm so sick of these American girls. I'm going to get me a jungle bitch from a zebra with a bone in her nose, and I'm bringing her to America. And she's going to talk to an American girl, and he's going to tell her, girl, you need to do this. And she's going to start talking to me like, Eddie, why you don't buy me nice things, Eddie? Why you treat me like animal, Eddie? And so what I'm saying is, like, you might think that a person can't affect a relationship just for giving you advice, but they can also affect your relationship just by being there, just by existing and being them. They could see, oh well, they don't fight. Oh well, they got money. Oh well, they got a house. How come we don't got a house? And that's where it comes into play, like your morals. You know what I'm saying? I believe that the 10 Commandments are there, and it says what it says, right? And one of those commandments, next to killing, murdering, stealing, lying, and committing adultery, is coveting. And if you're looking at someone else's situation, what they got, and you going, oh, I could get that, I should get that, that's fucked up that I can't get that. You are literally breaking one of the 10 Commandments that they equate to murder. And all the other shit that you would be like, oh, that's fucked up. Coveting. Looking at someone else's shit and saying, I want that shit. When you're not focusing on your family. So they might not give you advice or say some shit, but they're going to be like all up in your shit, in your mind. They're going to live in your mind. And then you're going to, one day you sit in the bed with your loved one and y'all doing puzzles or something, and she looks up to you and goes, baby, how come we don't have a house?
Man, you sound like my ex-wife right now.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, just wanting everything that everybody else has.
Yes.
I mean, but not willing to put in the work for it or willing to wait for it. In due time, it'll happen.
In God's time, yeah. I believe
because I had the perfect credit for it. She didn't, So
But you gotta decide. You like, am I gonna sign a mortgage with somebody who might wake up one morning and be like, "Fuck this"? I was that close to being in a 30-year contract with somebody who I was only supposed to be in a 17-year contract with because of my kids.
Somebody almost had the house that
my homeboy, he's paying mortgage for a house that he ain't living in. And old girl's there doing her thing.
That's another. Did we just talk about that earlier about this contract is not meant for us?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to a rich dude earlier today, a rich white dude, who's old money rich. You know what I'm saying? Like his parents got money for generations, right? And he was like, yo, I taught this woman about business. I taught her about like how to like really get on it and get these big contracts from these clients. And once she learned her value, she threw me in the trash. She didn't need me anymore because she's a hot Latin girl. Fine. Big old booty, big old boobies. Didn't matter. Fat juicy lips. Gorgeous face. Didn't matter. Didn't matter that he taught her everything she knows. It's just like, shit, she can get her another man. Like, I'm gonna go upgrade. Damn. Messed up. So I was just saying, like, nobody is exempt from that. Rich people, poor people, hood niggas, black people, rednecks, everybody's gonna get the business from their loved one if they don't got that unconditional love, that true, genuine love in their spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. But you know what? I always look at all my relationships as like, I'm not bitter about nothing. And I'm telling you, if I told you some of the shit, you'd be like, Maisha, you would never believe it. But I never let none of the relationships I got in like affect my soul, tarnish me, make me bitter, nothing like that. Because I learned some valuable lessons about not only my partners but about myself. Like,
Shit, I'm a grapefruit. I'm a fucking grapefruit, damn nigga, because I'm bitter as fuck.
I was about to say the same thing. I became a bitter. I mean, like I said earlier,
I really am on some, like, you know, I never understood like pimps and stuff, and I totally like looking at that shit like hell yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at it now.
I was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like I might be able to.
But that's what I was saying earlier.
I never got any joy about manipulating people.
But, you know, that's kind of what I was saying on earlier. You know, I was bitter, you know, and I turned my back on black women. I mean, they're the most beautiful creatures on earth.
The most beautiful.
The most beautiful, you know. But sometimes, I mean, they're the ones that hurt me the most at the same time, you know. So I become bitter, but then I'm like, I can't.
I mean, if you only dated white women, they're going to be the ones that's going to keep hurting you.
Yeah.
Love's going to hurt.
What do you think about? What do you think about the strong black woman? You think that that's like this stereotype that's like we don't want to be strong, nigga. We gotta be strong. Like I saw a post someone made about that. They were like, the strong black woman. Oh God, everyone's like, you a strong black woman. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a stereotype. Like it's like, okay, nigga, like okay, whatever. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do.
It's a badge of honor, but really it's not, because people think that they can come dump all their shit on you when you're supposed to just keep going. And when you break down, it's like, what's wrong with you? Oh, don't be weak. I mean, you really do feel like that as a black woman. It depends, because I'm not like that. I don't have a problem being vulnerable. Like, I'll tell motherfuckers I can't take it right now. But, I mean, I've seen my mom is like that. You know, I know a lot of niggas who want to be tough. They want to run their men. They want to be the king dangling. And I don't.
That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't allow someone to lead. You won't allow the man to lead. You make him feel stupid every time he tries to lead.
That's what I used to tell my ex-wife, man. You are not the man. Why do you want to be the man? And, you know, and the thing is, I try to be equal. I tried to be the equal, but it would, you know, because I wanted our marriage to be about us. You know what I mean? And last. But the more she, you know, we moved into our marriage, the longer it took, the more she was trying to be the man of the house. And I'm like, you know, whenever I would rebel against that, that's when, you know, it's like she started that physical, you know, attacking and everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's really when it began. You know, it's like, come on, you can't do this. You know, you're not talking. Exactly. I think that's exactly what it was. I was threatening her manhood. You know.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
That's the first time I heard it like that, and that makes complete sense. Yeah, dog. You know what? I'm gonna use that. Thank you.
Damn.
But that's some real shit. I mean, you know, whenever we would.
It comes from a black woman who really, like, I'm telling you, all my partners say, you know what, Maisha, you was always very feminine. You always let me lead. Like, honestly, every time I let a man lead, they lead us right into a fucking swamp. Literally.
But you know what? It was so opposite with me and my ex-wife. She would never talk to me about certain things. She was leading us into debt and everything. And every time I would say, look, we need to do smaller, we need to do this, that, and the other. Even when we went on our honeymoon, she forged something. You know, this is my ex-wife. I'm telling you. Remember, I keep telling you, she's a con artist. She do stupid shit. People don't like her. She plays around with shit. But she stole money from me, like $12,000. You know, and then she was stealing money while we were married, putting it in a separate account. It's like, it's not, it just didn't make any sense. But when we went on our honeymoon, you know, she kept, you know, trying to do this forgery thing. And I didn't realize it at first until somebody caught on to her. And when they caught on, I was like, wait a minute, why would you do that? I have family that's in this industry that would have provided this for us if you would have said something to me. Exactly. And then I had to find a spot for us to stay while we were on our honeymoon. You know, she act like she liked to be led. But then, you know, when we got back, it's like, oh, you want to take us to this dingy place. But we couldn't.
Just tell me one thing. Was she
Oh, I think you went on mute again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got.
My bad. I said, tell me, was she an Aries? This sounded like
Yes,
Aries.
yes. And what's sickening right now is, let me tell you what scared me.
Okay.
Let me tell you what scared me right now. The girl that I'm talking to is Aries also, and it's scaring the fuck out of me. I mean, she's different, but I don't know if it's an act. You know what I mean?
I don't know nothing about this fucking astrology bullshit.
You know, I usually don't go off of that. My whole life, I never went off of. I never went off the astrological side.
Yeah.
I never went off of that, but you know, after them, I mean, everybody always says something about Aries women. You know what I mean? And you heard she pulled that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it's not just them. It's not just them. I know.
I feel like it's just okay. So there's one thing, and then there's the other thing that I wanted to say will also kill marriage. There's a deep-rooted self-hatred that stems from whatever your growth is. Like, you know, I noticed the people like lighten up their Facebook profile picture to make their skin look lighter, put on a whole bunch of makeup, like caked up makeup, like on thick, like you know, or like you know, literally say things like, "I hate myself." I hate my skin. I hate my size. I hate the way that I look. I don't like this. I don't like that. I hate myself. Yeah. And so how can any person undo 20, 30 years of conditioning to hate yourself? Self-hate.
Mm-hmm. All I know is I hate makeup on women, especially black women. I just hate the way it looks.
That's because they're not doing it right, baby.
It doesn't matter.
I like the makeup that looks like I don't have on makeup.
Yeah.
It gotta look like
Yeah, if you know that she has on makeup, then it's like, yeah, it's drag queen shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it all is. I see, I didn't want to say that.
Yes, mother.
I didn't want to say that because that's what I feel like when I see a female, well, especially black women, when I see them with makeup, I think of that makeup shotgun from The Simpsons. And then I think of RuPaul.
RuPaul is bad, dog. He be looking like a real woman, dog.
No.
He be... If I saw RuPaul and I didn't think that he was a woman, I would probably think he was a woman straight up.
No, I wouldn't think that. No.
He goes like if he doesn't talk.
I'm just not a fan of it, man. I just think the skin, the natural skin, even with the blemishes, is so you. That's you.
Yeah, I like pimples. I like freckles. I like stretch marks. I like missing teeth. I don't care, man. I like people who are real. You know what I mean?
I can't stand you. Get on my nerves.
Yeah, a little bald spot here and there. You know what I'm saying? You do wear corrective lenses? I fucks with it. Take them contacts out your eyes, girl. Yo, your eyelashes don't need to look like freaking Cousin It. The fuck?
Man.
Right.
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 I don't want to buy. So it's like, no, I gotta lose a couple pounds. But I was watching on Amazon Prime. Rihanna had her Fenty show the other day.
Yeah.
It was every fucking kind. Fat boys, big guys, skinny girls, no ass, big ass. Everybody. She had little nails with comedians up there modeling.
Dope.
What is fuck?
Lunel is dope, man. I like her. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying. Like when I became,
her Playboy pic.
She got,
she did some.
She's kind of sexy. Okay, look, she did do some news, but I'm not talking about that. She's hot. Anyway, listen. When I gained a significant amount of weight from being depressed, from going through a divorce, I was like really low self-esteem. I thought, yo, there's no way that any woman would find me attractive in any way whatsoever, being this fucking big. But it turns out that being single and being a heavyset dude, it didn't matter. I still had women fawning for me. It didn't matter that I was overweight. That's
because you light skinned, man. They won't be fucking with me.
Okay, that's a tricky one, and I want to do an episode about that with Maisha, which was, is the person with you because they like you, or are they with you because they hate themselves? And they only want to meet other people who are as fair-skinned as possible so that they can, take advantage of that idea of me. And so I have to, yeah, it's really tricky. Like,
I'm actually very conscious of that, too. Being light-skinned.
Yeah, are you the red bone that they desire, or are you just, do they like you for you?
Like, I literally asked my man about the women he dated in the past. Only light-skinned girls in the past.
Then he has a complex. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I only date guys. First of all, I don't really date guys who have girls that if you ever fuck white girls or over like this is a pattern, I can't fuck with you. I literally meet black men who be like, I can't fuck no white girl. But inevitably,
oh gosh. All pum pum matters.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate. I'm a product of biracial intercourse. So I'm not the kind of guy who'd be like, hey, interracial marriage is completely out of the question. We fought for the idea of interracial marriage, but I do fuck with the idea of black marriage and black relationships. But I'm also open to the idea that we're all Africans, so it don't really matter in the end of the day,
Well, really, we all mix, just like you are. We're all mixed. We all have white grandparents, white great-grandparents. So, I mean, I agree with you. But, like you said, I need to date somebody who I know is not fucking with me for their own fetish, self-hating reasons.
Yes.
I don't like that at all. You better have dated a variety. You better have a dark skin, a brown skin. So, yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that.
So I was thinking that, excuse me, if we get a chance to do another episode, we should do one about this colorism thing, because it's really interesting, because there's a huge thing about and I don't want to go too far into it because we're already gaining I think 2 hours, and we gotta close this show out, dude, because you know what? I have a job, I have things to do, and I'm not gonna sit here and edit fucking 2 hours of content and have to delete all the shit off of my cell phone just to download the Facebook stream. Man, y'all tripping. So
I'm just gonna go home and get on OnlyFans.
He's gonna get on OnlyFans. Right. You're gonna get your own OnlyFans, huh? You're gonna shake that thing for some. Shake them bonbons.
I actually have an OnlyFans, man.
Oh shit! What you be doing on that thing, man? You be like, hey, look at me, I'm working.
I'm trying something new, man. I'm just.
Hey, look, I'm cooking food, and look, I fixed the car. No, you like that, girl? You like when I fix the car?
You will not see my face on there.
This is the face of the person you're talking to.
Oh, okay.
So now you could put a face to the voice.
Yeah, she look Midwest too. She look like some family.
You say you look like a Midwest lady too, cause you got the hoop earrings. Cause you got the hoop earrings.
look like some family of mine.
Carla.
You think she look like my sister?
A little bit. He got a lot of light skinned sisters. That's weird.
I don't think so. I mean, this is not my blood. Yeah, I mean, this is not my blood family, but they all light skinned. It's like I don't think I've ever seen a dark skinned black female.
Right.
Like my male cousins, they're mixed. They like light skin and dark skin. Yeah.
Our grandparents was all running from the slave masters, and we going up north, baby.
Some of them was caught.
Damn.
They was running from their baby daddy.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home. This is the problematic part of the song. To my Lord and be free. Cause that's what, it's like, the Lord is gonna take me away from this and I'm gonna be alone with my Jesus. Like, I love my God too, but that's not, like, that's a weird way to think about it. Like, the only way I'm gonna be free from this is gonna be when I go to heaven with my God.
Yo, that don't even make sense.
Yeah. Because freedom is supposed to be experienced in real time, in real life, and like not in the spiritual realm. Like, why we gotta wait till we die to be free, dog? Shit's sad, bro.
We're supposed to be on earth. We're supposed to have heaven right now, bliss and peace. Big fact.
I think we can close the show like that, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it sounds good.
Yo, this is. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we gotta do that episode on colorism, but I want to get more product. I want to get that video of that strange ass interaction between the white woman and her daughter, who says, "Why is she black, mommy?" You seen that video?
No, I haven't seen it.
And she goes, because instead of saying because she has melanin, she goes, because God puts more. She makes this really strange.
South African.
It's like a South African. It's like a South African thing, like, because they have South Africans like apartheid and stuff. So there's a lot of like strange situations with colorism. That's why I really like Trevor Noah. Yeah, Trevor Noah is great, man. But yeah, we could talk about all that stuff, but I want to make sure that like if we're gonna talk about that, it's not gonna be no freestyle. Like, we gotta have like videos, pull up, topics, documents, studies that have been done. That kind of stuff. I might conduct my own study. I might ask some people some things about what they think about dark-skinned women, because there's a lot of videos of young teen boys in high school doing interviews. Yeah, they go, "I don't like dark-skinned girls. They ashy." Like, they be saying shit like that.
You won't hear no shit like that out of my mouth, man. I love dark-skinned.
Man, love me some chocolate, man. Yeah, it's like, bro, do you even have you ever had a black girl? Dog, you tripping, dog. Right. They think everybody's like, ew, get that thing away from me.
Right.
That's because they don't like your dumbass. That's why they. If they actually like you, they going all out.
And I hope I didn't offend anybody tonight.
He says, "I hope I didn't offend anybody tonight."
You probably did. Oh well.
It wasn't on purpose.
Don't take their stupid ass on somewhere.
Well, we're gonna have to do it in person. So if we do the in-person colorism episode, I would definitely think that it would be dope if you came through, bro.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I told you, man.
Yeah.
Just let me know, man. I don't live too far away, man.
Hey, tell them about your show.
Oh, I do a little thing on YouTube. I got a little channel on YouTube. It's called Hemi Amir.
Can you spell it?
Yeah, Hemi. You can put a space there. Then AMERE. Let me put a little southern in there. AMERE.
Yeah, and so I'll put the link in the description to his show as well. What do you talk about on your show?
Man, the topic is my car, man.
Okay.
You know, I had to do a little something for me earlier this year, and I had to get that 2020 Dodge Charger RT.
Ooh,
I'm into cars.
So it's a car show.
Basically, just talking about the modifications and how much I like my car. I try to stay off the topic of personal, but sometimes it sneaks in when I'm going through.
I think you would be good if you went in the relationship lane. Real talk, dog. Like on some Jackson type shit. Like, what's his name? What's the name of that guy that be saying all kinds of like pandering to women? David Jackson. What's his name? Derek Jackson or something?
Oh hell no.
Ugh.
No.
But I'm saying, like,
no.
There's a big market for like the relationship advice videos. You should probably get in that lane. You sound like you might be good on that, bro.
Listen, I can't sacrifice. I mean, I can lie all day and pander to what people want to hear.
Yeah.
But to me, that's not the truth.
Yeah,
about how I feel about certain things.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be realistic. I hate saying real. I'd rather be honest and realistic because I've noticed that when people say I'm real, they tend to be the fakest motherfuckers on earth.
Okay, so real quick before, so you keep it real. That's dope. Is it RULE or what is she? What's my motherfucking name? RULE. Is she saying RULE or is she saying Are You Ready? Let's settle that right fucking now.
I always thought it was Are You Ready?
It's RULE.
What's the name of that song?
It's RULE.
No, what's the name of that? What's the name of the song?
Yeah, you right. Ja Rule.
What's the name of the song? Oh shit. Alexa, play Ja Rule and J Lo.
Here is music by Jennifer Lopez and Ja Rule on Amazon Music.
Alexa, be quiet. That was a clear RULE.
You're right. Because
damn.
Let me tell you, because back in the day, I didn't have this system that I have now. I would have heard it now. But back then, it was like on some raggedy speakers.
Yo, damn, I'm mad we didn't even get to listen to the music in your car, bro.
Well, I don't have my bass set up.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that charge is nice, bro. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into the Late Bloomer Podcast. Thank you to my guests, Amir and Ayana. Man, that was a great show. I mean, 2 hours, dog. I mean, most of my shows have gone 40, 60 minutes in the past couple of times. Yeah. Oh, shit. Queendom is on the screen. Queendom. We're actually going to run a contest for Queendom coming up. We got a for the I Deserve This featuring Yanni Mo. I Deserve This blunt. So all my smokers out there, y'all can have your little, Queendom ashtray. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
You better have that cleavage popping out, girl. You better do it.
With that haircut. I mean, what if that was just walked up to you?
That's the homie. That's the homie, bro. Anyway, yo, thank y'all for real. Peace and love.
You're very welcome.
Y'all have a good night.
Very, very welcome. All right, man.
Hey, so I'm not gonna set nothing in stone, but I do want to say, hey, there's a huge possibility that Misha, I keep saying Misha, Maisha, I just like calling you Ayana. That's what I like calling you. It's a possibility that Maisha might very well be possibly a co-host. Very strong possibility.
Well, I got 3 in the possible, so...
Hey, I got no spades, so I got to see how this hand plays out. So I'm not even going to bid. We're going to see how this hand plays out, but I just wanted to put that out in the atmosphere. I'm the type of person that puts it out. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I like to put things out there, you know?
Damn, I got to do a video tonight. Oh, I almost forgot.
All right, peace and love. All right.
I'll see you on the
Scooby.